world. This is I, Max Stein, and I love video games.
I'm the Megabuck. I really love video games.
My name is Raph, and I also love video games.
Friends, Vinny here. I love video games.
I don't say blah,
And
blah, blah.
welcome to the Game Treasure Podcast, where we discuss treasure video games of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Why do I sound like... Oh, sorry.
God.
Warning, the Game Treasure Podcast is not for children or anyone with a brain, clearly. Why was I doing sick to his stomach Dracula? Well, because we have two games that we're talking about today that both have the word vampire in the title. We're doing, once again, a long-awaited game pairing. We have not done one of these in quite some time. The special version of our show where we take two games and compare and contrast them. Usually we'll take like an old game and a new game and see how they answer. But in this instance, we have two games made by the same people that are almost the same in Vampire Survivors and Vampire Crawlers. Both Poncle joins, both of them incredibly addictive.
Yes. Oh, man.
We all played both of them,
yeah.
so it's going to be a fun episode. So stay tuned, viewer or listener. But before we get into all of that craziness, let's go ahead and start our episode off correctly, as we always should, by having the Megabuck and RetroGameTreasure.com take us back in time with this week's Retro Zone game. Buck, can you send us?
Let's go to the Retro Zone.
Oh, what do we have
Yes.
here?
Yeah, I'm excited here.
Yes.
Channeling my
Okay.
inner Venny.
Yes.
I'm not messing around because we're going back to 1987 with Konami's amazing title, Top Gun. NES.
Yes. Yes, dude.
What's up?
Damn.
Go on.
1987, selling almost 2 million copies. And let's not worry, because Megabuck is here to be your wingman. You
Ooh.
too can land the plane
Oh.
in Top Gun
Yes.
Oh, man.
with
I'm
my tips.
So glad. I was immediately what I was going to bring up.
That's right.
Is I remember playing this game 100 million billion zillion times
right.
because it was in Buck's NES collection,
Yeah.
and the dogfighting so cool, so fun to do.
Yeah.
Now all you got to do is land the plane. Should be
Yeah.
easier than dogfighting, right? No, it's
so
much harder.
If you don't know, Top Gun was a shoot 'em up combat flight simulation game for the NES based loosely on the Tom Cruise, Val Kilmer movie of the same name. Rest in peace, Goose and Val Kilmer. And it was it's made by Konami. Really great game. Has soundtrack from the Top Gun games. The dogfighting is amazing in it. You're absolutely correct. And
it
you're going
is.
different missions to kill enemies. You have to refuel mid mission also, which is a bit of a challenge.
Not
Oh
easy.
man, I forgot
Not easy,
about the
bro.
mid-air
Yeah.
refueling.
What a granular thing.
Only
to
an
throw in there.
option in the first Top Gun, because why is that? There was a sequel in 1990. They made a sequel in Japan called Dual Fighters and in America called Top Gun Second Mission. That was really hard, the dogfighting, but the graphics and the music was amazing. Also featured a 2-player dogfighting versus mode split screen.
Wow, my God, that's 1990.
Yeah.
They
That was
really
like-
ramped it up.
These kinds of games, just viewer, if you're above the age of 30 or whatever, or below the age of 30, I should
Right.
say, like they didn't get dogfighting first-person cockpit airplane
No.
games on the NES. Like this
Not
was
with a
like
frame rate like this.
no.
This is
So good.
surprising that this exists on the NES. I'm watching like footage of it and that like
funny.
hyper
Yeah,
realistic
dude.
sort of refueling animation. This looks
Yes.
insane.
In
Very
the
cool.
second one, you
Cool
can
looking
double tap
sprites,
left
too.
or right, and you can do barrel rolls, and it's
The radar, the thing, the altimeter,
Yeah.
the speed, like the fact that when you're in the plane, all you hear is the shh of the wind hitting
in the first
your
one.
cockpit.
In the second one, there's amazing Konami music to go along with
really?
like, the whole game, and it's way more action.
Man, you could. This was like a PC only type shit.
Right.
Only PCs had games like this, and then
and
for
flaming
the
bowling
Nintendo,
balls. I mean,
This looks
unbelievable.
really good, man. The
Yeah.
sprites look
All right.
big and sexy.
Tell us
Would-
how to fucking land, Buck.
Yeah.
Would
Please.
you like
Yeah.
me to be your wingman and help
God,
you land
yes.
on the
Because now I
aircraft
can
carrier?
maybe actually land it after
Okay.
30 plus years of playing.
I'm locked in. I'm ready. Let's
So
go.
it enters into a separate little interface where you only do minor adjustments, and it brings the plane down towards the horizon, aimed towards the aircraft carrier, right? So you don't have as much adjustments. The game then proceeds to scream commands at you like up, or speed down. Completely ignore those two in particular. They're misleading. They're literally like designed to confuse you in favor of just these visual cues.
Devilish.
Target the center. Keep your center crosshair on the runway deck during your approach. Keep your speed between 300 and 400 knots. So use the A button to speed up, the B button to speed down. Keep your speed within that range there. Then you have to worry once you get a little lower about your angle of attack. You want to position the cursor just above the center line of the aircraft carrier and keep it below the horizon. Okay. That's going to keep you at the correct angle of attack to land. And then finally, if the game gives you the basic commands of down or up, that's telling you to increase or decrease your altitude. That's the only time you're going to tilt your nose up or down to decrease or increase your altitude. Then immediately return back to that just above center of the aircraft carrier, but below the horizon. All you got to do is keep it really centered there, and those couple of steps. You two can land the aircraft.
Buck, I'm sorry. The instructions were unclear, and now my dick is stuck inside a jet plane. I'm sorry.
That's because you did. That's because you did all the instructions during the refueling instead of the landing on the aircraft carrier.
Hey, here's your beautiful baby airplane boy. Yeah, I gotta. When you don't land, that was amazing, and thank you. And yes, Vinny, I'm glad you wrote all that down.
Incredible.
I'm gonna write all that down when I'm editing this. When you don't land, if you've never played this game, when you go to land, you get to a certain point where you either did it or you didn't, and it cuts to this sideways, big, wide angle. And if you fail, you just watch the plane go. And just pops into the water and a little explosion where it's like, you fucking died. You died. It's so funny. Good job fighting the Ruskies or whatever, but you're fucking dead because you can't land the plane. Wow. Top Gun for the end. 1987.
How about that?
Insane for this game. My goodness. So, question about possibly getting this in a retro box.
Sure.
Is this a simulator game?
So it's in this like dogfighting games are few and far between, right? You've literally got like this, Ace Combat, Crimson Skies, Sky Odyssey, like a handful. There's not a whole lot of them, so it wasn't enough for us to create a whole category for it.
Yeah.
So there's kind of some hints you can give us, right? Between arcade style, this was a Nintendo Versus game before it was a Nintendo game. It was an arcade title before it was a Nintendo home console game. There's also the like kind of shooters. We do, however, have a category for vehicle shooters. Okay. And we classify this in here. And if you want to break the minutia down even further, one of our subgenres is military games. Okay. So if you don't like this and you don't like Call of Duty, don't select military games. And even if you select shooters, we're gonna try and shy away from those, and we'll go towards like a BioShock or a Borderlands shooter instead of like a Call of Duty or a Battlefield shooter.
Makes sense. You can also let him know that you like sexy guys playing volleyball. That's one of the things that'll tip him off to give you Top Gun.
There is a Top Gun board game because one of our friends is a Top Gun nut.
He's the toughest gun.
It's a 2v2 game. We have played it multiple times, played over 2 different rounds. Round 2 is the dogfighting. Round 1 is volleyball, played exactly like that volleyball PC game that Vinny showed off a couple weeks ago with like grids on either side.
It's fucking amazing.
These sprites. I need to see what
Smash
this
it wide.
No, he's saying that's a board game.
That's a board game.
The first round is you play volleyball.
Yeah. And you earn points that help you in the dogfighting round.
Or if you're a big fan of Val Kilmer, you can be bottom gun. Bottom gun.
No.
That's a gay joke. All right.
But if you guys didn't know, they did just announce.
No, we got it.
Okay,
They did just announce a third Top Gun movie is in production, so also brought that.
Whoa,
that's right.
Shit. Wow, that is a very good retro zone, and I dead ass seriously did not know how to land that plane.
Plus,
it was very good, really
plus,
good.
Plus
yeah,
plus retro zone, baby.
Such a funny
Love
one.
you.
Go now to www.retrogametreasure.com. Become a subscriber. Let Buck know that you like vehicle shooters and Tom Cruise. And you too could get your hand on a copy of 1987's Top Gun for the NES. A very good game. Goddamn. All right, let's take a quick break, gentlemen. When we come back, we are going to compare and contrast 2 vampire-based roguelike games. See you on the other side, listener. All right, we're back, and it is time to dig into the meat of our episode, and I am very excited. So,
Yeah.
viewer,
this is a good
listener, we did an episode, I believe, on Vampire Survivors when it originally came out because it came out in October 2022, so I don't even think we were doing the podcast.
No.
I think I may have just like
before.
brought it as like an
about it.
extra thing or something
Yeah.
because it was on Game Pass, and I remember explaining to these guys like, you won't believe it, it's a game where you don't do anything, and it's so addictive. So I want to recap Vampire Survivors first before we talk about Vampire Crawlers, and then before we compare them in case somebody hasn't played Vampire Survivors or something, because it's a little bit old now. It's 4 years old now. So developed and published by Poncle is the name of the company. It's the only game they had made up to that point. It was their first game, and it was the breakthrough, I think, according to what I could find, like premiere of the Bullet Heaven game.
Yeah.
So you may have heard of Bullet Hells, which are like a shmup subgenre that involve like so many bullets that it makes your head hurt. Like Ikaruga or I don't know, Buck and Venny, you know these games better than I do.
Bullets being fired at you.
At you,
Let's,
sorry.
Let's clarify.
Hence the hell part. But these ones are bullet heavens because you are the giant demonic force of bullets that is just spraying shit in all directions at all given times by the end
It's
of
so
any given run.
satisfying.
So fun fact, this game was made by a person who used to create the visual interfaces for slot machines.
Yep.
I love
And
that factoid so
That's
much.
it.
I love that.
And
Makes
it's
so
very
much sense.
obvious when you play
It
it.
makes so much sense.
Yeah. I once remember reading a quote about this game. Someone called it a dopamine simulator.
Oh,
Which
it
is-
is
That's
it's
totally fair.
almost problematically addictive. Yeah.
Good thing there's not microtransactions.
Yeah.
So let me just do a 50,000 foot
8
view.
DLCs later.
Oh my god, the Castlevania DLCs. We don't even need to get
Contra.
into the whole like they did this awesome thing where they borrowed the ideas of sprites from Castlevanias and the weapons and the things. And that's totally granular. It's too much to even touch. Yeah, but so you play as a character. By the way, there are so many characters now. I jumped back in after all the updates and everything, and I was like, oh my god, there's like 40 characters to pick
Choose
from.
a survivor.
I think there's more than that.
There might be, and they all have a unique starting weapon. All of the weapons attack differently, and they all have a unique ability, which can vary from like plus 10% max HP or has 2 extra lives. Like there's a, you know what I mean? And then you're dropped into a board as this character, and the only thing you really do is walk around with your starting weapon, auto attacking shit. You level up, you get more weapons and items, and then you level those up. I think you've got slots for like 8 or 10 items / weapons total, and they all have different max levels that you can get or whatever. My favorite thing about it is that when you max up these weapons or whatever or items, they each have like another item or weapon that they pair with. That when you get them both to their max level, you can evolve them into like Omega weapon. Like there's like
Omega weapon?
There's like
Yeah, yeah.
you can Omega Ruby weapon and like for example, there's
Ruby
a
Blaster, Sapphire Blaster.
there's a item that increases your max health, and then there's an item that's just a whip. And if you get them both to max level, you get the blood sucking mega whip or whatever, and it's got a
Bloody Tears.
Thank you. Yeah, it's Castlevania totally all day. And it's that is a whip that's got a bigger attack range and it does more damage and it steals health from enemies. And so there's this fun little sub game of trying to collect the things and figuring out what all the combinations are.
Let me add something real quick, Matt.
Yes,
too,
please.
When you're doing this, as you're going through the level, you're collecting these little colored gems and you're leveling up your character. And that's what's giving you the options to select new weapons or upgrade. The thing is, it's a random roll system. every time you do the run. So you might not get the combo you want. So it kind of becomes this like slay the spire. What can I do the best for my run with what I've got, and kind of improvise? Because I didn't get the book and the wand to get the super wand, but I've got the birds. Maybe I can get the other bird and then get the big bird.
Yes. Constantly hoping, looking for that. I hope I draw
Real
the
thing, by the way.
the armor.
Very high quality sort of like luck based gameplay. I don't know. It's something that, like, it's luck based, but even when you're not getting the things you want, you still can work within those parameters and still have a really great run.
100%.
And the idea of the different characters having the different abilities help, where you're like, this guy starts with an extra area of effect for all of his weapons. So I really want to get the weapons that use area
Cause
of effect
AOEs,
type shit,
right.
these kinds of things. And like we've already said, sometimes you don't get it. And then you're like, well, let me try again. Because each match is only 30 minutes long. They're all timed because at the end of 30 minutes, death comes to fuck you up. From what I understand,
literally a big red reaper will
a
come and kill
giant
you
scythe
instantly.
wielding
Yes.
Grim Reaper. I think you can kill him if you get
absolutely.
godly
you can.
enough.
Absolutely.
Have you guys
That's
done
the
it?
real end game.
Oh yeah,
You guys
a lot
done
of
it?
times.
I've never killed the Reaper.
I haven't
A lot of times. I've killed
it's
every color Reaper.
It's a build style. It's
Right.
a build style
I
that you
see.
go for
Yeah.
end game Reaper.
So it is one of those things that is probably kind of pretty heavily RNG dependent whether or not you're going to be able to kill the Grim Reaper at the end, right?
A bit. Just
Okay.
like everything else in the game. You know,
yeah,
you're
character-
kind
I
of
mean, that's
relying
fair.
on
That's
it.
a good thing. I don't
What
see, I don't
level
say
you
that as a
go
negative.
to, knowing where certain things are.
And
that
like
all
other
comes in.
roguelike games, it's like when you end a run, you bring currency back to the main hub, which makes your
Yes.
character stronger and da-da-da. So it's like you won't get it on the first one, but if you play it for hours and hours and get every unlock and get good RNG, then yes, you can be so crazy. Like you just have... I want to keep moving on here. In 2023...
It's even worse than crawlers.
Yes. In 2023, Vampire Survivors got a 4-player local co-op update. And the way it works is the same, except 2 things. One, when you're in the co-op, you have to share a screen. So in Vampire Survivors, normally there's these big maps. Sometimes there are some maps that are only vertical. Some maps that are only horizontal, and then some maps that are like big, free roaming factories or forests or whatever the fuck. Sure. When you play local
Scooby-Doo doors that lead to other Scooby-Doo doors.
and bonus rounds with all sorts of fun, cool shit. When you do the local co-op, you and your friend have to stay on the same screen. I did big air quotes there. I just mean like the same play field. Like if you get to the edge of the right and someone's at the edge of the left, it'll be like, you guys got to decide which way you're going to go.
Could you talk to each other? You're kind of like right there. It's
You're
couch
right
co-op.
there.
You're like, hey,
It's-
could you go left? and I'll
when
go.
you described this to me, I thought it was going to be kind of weird, but now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, it's just that's the way games used to be.
Oh, I don't know,
right?
dude. I
You know,
played
like-
Crystal
right.
Chronicles on the GameCube, and that was a curse.
Oh Lord. Ooh.
We don't talk about Crystal Chronicles in this podcast, sir. And then last little piece of Vampire Survivors before I ask these guys what they think about Vampire Survivors in general is October 2025. So like just a little bit ago, they added online 4-player co-op. So you no longer have to be on the same screen, because when you do the online 4-player co-op, you can just go wherever the fuck, because the game knows that you've got your own monitor or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's really fun. We all jumped back in because I was like, did you guys know that there's a multiplayer, like 4-player logo? And these guys were like, oh shit, what?
Like,
And Buck and Venny jumped into a game and sent us like a clip of the end of their run, and they were just like 2 Terminators.
still.
We just standing still.
I had the maxed out like holy water like
my
upgraded, so it was
God.
just creating this constant like clockwise circle around us that kept respawning and just murdering everything.
It was
for us.
lovely.
What me and Raph played as well. I just want to get your guys' general feel of what you feel about Vampire Survivors. Any one of you, go ahead.
So, I mean, dude, well, like I said, I called it problematically addictive earlier because it is exactly that, dude. I can spend fucking hours with this game. My only problem with it really is how potentially long runs can go. But other than that, this game is just so fucking addictive. And the multiplayer, like I said, I didn't think it was going to work, but it fucking slaps, dude. Like we were playing the other night, and it just being this whirling dervish of death, like just like the two of us like running through the level. And my favorite was being able to actually separate and do separate things. Like Mac was like, oh shit, we left a chest up there, and he would go up and get it. And because all of that stuff is shared, it was fine. I was like, let me just hang out here, kill shit, collect, the gems. And then Mac went up and did that thing up there. It was great.
Yeah, I didn't explain the XP buck, or Venny, can you explain the shared XP bar or whatever?
Just one sec though. Raph, the runs are timed to 30 minutes. It's just too long for you because you're like, one more run.
30 minutes? There's no way. No.
It's true. He's right.
No fucking way.
I feel like they're timed at 30 minutes, dude.
Yep.
I feel like they've gone like 45. Oh, no.
You're like, no, you just did
I guess I killed the Reaper.
Sorry, problematically addictive. I'm telling you, all right? Back to that. Yeah.
So yeah, the XP in the local, can you guys explain, Venny or Buck, how that works?
Yeah, it's just straight up shared. When one collects XP, the other gets it, so you both benefit from it the entire time. And when you level up simultaneously.
That's cool.
And in the multiplayer mode, there's a friendship charm that sometimes appears when you do your random roll for whatever ability or item you're going to get. But if you select the friendship charm, you and anyone you're playing with also gets a level up for one of their items.
Yeah.
So it's really, really cool.
Yeah.
The thing I love the most about Vampire Survivors, it's quick, easy, popcorn, fun for the sake of fun, but there's just enough like depth to it and RPG buildy stuff to it that just makes it satisfying over and over no matter how you play. Because you could be in the middle of a run, I'm not going so good, and you get the one bird, then you get the other bird, and you start leveling up. It's like, oh, okay, this is a run now. I'm doing a lot better, and before you know it, you're killing the Reaper, and then you're killing second Reaper.
Yeah,
and you're doing, not going to say it because special bosses.
Spoilers.
Ooh.
I was gonna say, I forgot to mention, I didn't want to cut you off, but when you do the multiplayer, that evolution thing that I was talking about, you share. You have an option that you can turn on to share, where it's just like, if I have one half of the thing but not the other, but Raph,
we didn't turn that on.
Yes, but like I would have the glove to speed up my projectiles, but Raph would be the guy that started with the knife,
right?
And it would let him evolve the knife, even though I was the one with the glove.
That is incredible. Buck, that's a really cool.
You could have helped me get my second bird. Oh no!
I mean, not that we needed. See, Mac, the main reason why we also stood still is because I managed to grab the tarot card, which are global modifiers. And the one that we got was every 2 minutes, everything on the map gets sucked towards you and you pick it up.
Oh, all the
items,
XP?
Everything. All the items, all the relics, everything.
Oh my God, wow.
So we just stood still, and every 2 minutes we had to run in a little circle to grab the things that were all right around us.
We were joking about how good our coffee was half the time.
Because it would
really
just be
coffee. I haven't touched my keyboard in like 2 minutes.
It's so funny. I played with my fiance, Letitia, and I gotta say, she is not a gamer at all, and she loved it because you don't have to, you just walk around. So I would just be like, all right, babe, there's some guys, we gotta weave around them, and she's, oh shit, let me go. I'm trying to just like, what's a Tecmo Bowl style, like, just like juke them and weave them, and then we were playing late at night, and she fell asleep while we were playing.
And it didn't matter, did it?
And I finished the level. I just sat her controller down. And every time she leveled up, I would just like reach over to her lap and like, and you're getting the Bible. And then she just stayed perfectly still. And so did I. And just like killing everything.
That's
so
incredible.
Good, dude. It was so fun. I really enjoyed it.
An amazing time waster on road trips. I remember the year after it came out, we had to drive to MagFest because our plane got snowed. It got snowed out. Like they canceled the flights. And I brought my Steam Deck, and it was like, man, 30 minutes flies by in no time.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
No internet connection necessary. Just whatever. Like, yeah, that's a really great sort of time waster. I love it.
There's so many games out there that like have strings attached, right? Mm-hmm. Like, oh, you got save point, or am I doing it right? Or, oh, I don't have access to this, so I want to make sure I did this right, or am I building this properly? No, this is one of those games you can just go and play, and it's fun no matter what. And there's not enough of that today, in my opinion. It's a no strings attached, fun for the sake of fun kind of game. A+, love it. Been playing it for years.
Yeah.
So let's talk about now vampire crawlers. All right. So
who saw this coming?
Just came out.
Seriously. It's an S tier game.
I mean, the trailers have been, and I was just like, this is not real. This can't be real. This is so amazing. This is happening.
The roguelite DRPG that I didn't know I wanted.
So this game is also published by Poncle. and it's developed by Poncle and Nosebleed Interactive. So those guys made that game Arcade Paradise. Buck, I think you played this. That game where you run a laundromat by day and then you manage a arcade by night.
No, but that
What?
sounds cool.
You never. Oh my god! I
No,
won't
I
get
don't
it.
like day
People
job.
helped- No,
job games
Those
very much.
those people helped make Vampire Crawlers.
Yes, helped develop it, not publish it. Develop it. Isn't that so strange?
No way. That's
So-
rad.
This game is Vampire Survivors turned into a deck builder. And it's
now
a
it's
really good one.
perfect.
In the
So-
best way.
How it works, I'll try to explain it. You pick a character. It's the characters from Vampire Survivors. When you pick them, they have a starting deck for you. And the deck will be like 5 cards, incredibly tiny, plus a crawler card, which is just like if your guy that you're picking is, they all have Italian names. I don't remember. Yeah, it's like if your guy's name is Basil. Yeah.
Antonio.
Yeah.
Papa the boop.
There's literally one name that the first guy you got is named Antonio.
You'll have it. You'll have
I
it
like the dog. Oh, Solomeo.
Pariente.
Aurelio.
Dude.
No, I don't
It's
know if
so
there's actually
silly.
an
I
Aurelio,
love
but
it.
that's-
So you'll have a card that's the crawler in it. So like he will give you the powers that normally would be inherent in you in Vampire Survivors, and they're matching. Like the Antonio card gives you plus 10 max health or whatever when you play him, as opposed to just having it in Vampire Survivors. But the cards will be like, it's all the stuff from the game: the knives, the wands, the armor, and then extra stuff: the golden armor, the jeweled armor, all the combos that I mentioned before. They're all in the game, and they work the same way. But there is this added layer. So when you play this game, you pick the crawler, you go to this world map, you select a level, very similar to Vampire Survivors, but then the game starts and it's in first person. You're in a dungeon in a first person perspective, like Wizardry
dungeon crawler.
or something.
DRPG, basically.
There's
yeah.
a map, and you use that. And to navigate, it tells you where all the enemies are. It tells you where items are. It tells you where power-ups are. There's also hidden things that aren't located on the map because Poncle is incredibly good at hiding tiny shit in their game that looks so surface level. So you navigate through this first-person dungeon. When you hit an encounter, you're playing a deck building card game.
Right.
You kill them all. There's a boss monster on each floor. You kill the boss monster. You go down to the next floor, keep going until you get to the end of said level where, wouldn't figure, the Grim Reaper comes and kills you and you start over again or whatever. But there is a catch to like the core mechanic of the card game itself. Buck, can you elaborate a little bit on the mechanic that I'm alluding to, the sequential order mechanics?
Oh, right.
Yes.
So this game's a deck builder, so it has everything. You have mana. You start with mana, and every card
different
has
characters start with different amounts of mana and
Absolutely.
different starting hands, like
Yes.
sizes.
Yeah, they're all different.
Wow.
There's, I mean, that's what makes it so much fun. There's all those modifiers in there, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But it's a mana-based system. There's all kinds of modifiers to help you get more mana. There's cards that will give you more mana during a turn, and then you can get great combos going where you draw more cards, and then you get more cards with mana. But all the cards have a mana cost from 0 to 4 or 5 for the most part, forgetting all the crazy stuff that can happen.
Right.
If you play the cards in mana sequential order, it creates a combo which will multiply the effectiveness of the cards the longer and longer the so you play Bone, which is a 0 cost card and it does its base value. Then you play a 1 cost card book that gives you mana, but now it gives you extra mana because you did as a combo. Now you play a 2 like Cross, and now the Cross does like 3 or 4 times as much damage because it's the 3rd or 4th card in your combo. You can keep that going. You can even get wild cards that have no mana cost, no number either, and they count as any number, which means you can keep those combos going. You get modifiers that let you keep those combos between turns. I've gotten like a 30 card combo before by keeping
Holy
it going over
shit,
multiple
no
fights.
way.
Wait a minute.
I did that
Okay,
today.
so I knew that there was some form of sequence because I tried to not look anything up while I was playing this. I'm usually pretty good at like kind of figuring out the mechanics. But I didn't realize that that's the mechanic. Like I knew there was something sequential because I saw certain things were powered up when I used other cards. Holy shit.
It took me a couple levels too, because it doesn't hold your hand.
You have to unlock it. It's like much like Vampire Survivors. There's just, it's like Venny said, it's like it seems like this deep, but then actually it's not. It's actually there's tons of shit for you to unlock that does stuff like you unlock the thing that says like, by the way, now you can combo cards, and then now by the way, you can go to the base and forge slots in the cards that you have on all people's decks to add modifiers. Yes, there's one modifier that lets the next card you play be either one higher or one lower to continue your streak. So you put it on like a 2-cost card and you'll do 0, 1, 2, 1, 0. Like you're launching 1,000 Bibles at the enemies. All the weapons have like pretty similar properties to what they had in Survivors. Like they did such a good job translating. Like the Bible, which is normally this area of effect, spins around you in Survivors, now hits all the enemies in a given row with a chance of knockback. And the knives that
come
normally
at you in
only
waves when you're fighting them. So
yes, that's
knocking
true.
them back stops them from attacking you that turn, as would killing the guys in the front row, because you need armor to stop yourself from getting hurt. If you just play aggressively, then you can stop from getting hurt as well.
Right. And that doesn't even mention the fact that later, Venny was the first to discover, by the way, guys, there's a power-up you get where you can bring 2 crawlers into a dungeon. So you get the advantages of both their decks. Oh my God, do you really? Oh my God, that's so crazy. So there's just...
In the mid-run, in the outhouses, I had 6 crawlers in Magna whatever.
The outhouses. Oh my God.
Yeah. You find extra crawlers,
It's amazing.
I love Pongles. They're so good. Like, I didn't mention it in Vampire Survivors, but I wanted to kind of dovetail when Venny, because this is sort of when we get into now we're comparing and contrasting them.
Of course.
One thing they both do incredibly well is the depth thing that Venny was talking about. And in Vampire Survivors, and so far what I've discovered in Crawlers, it's the stuff will be hidden so well. Like I found a thing that came back to my village in Crawlers because I like walked up next to this thing that I was just like, that thing looks weird. And then I bumped into it and it broke, and it was like, good thing you bumped into that thing that you thought looked weird, because guess what? There was an item hidden in it. And it was just like, oh, fuck yeah, dude. And Vampire Survivors does that same kick-ass thing where you, in the big forest level, you'll be wandering and all of a sudden you just be like, you'll just see like a giant coffin. And you're like, what the fuck is that? And then when you go explore it, oh, there's a new character in there that you just get to keep now. And you're like, oh shit, dude, yes, let's fucking go. So they just, that to me, depth-wise, is so impressive. But I gotta just straight up ask the question, which one of these games, guys, do you prefer?
Crawlers.
I want to go kind of one at a time.
I'm sorry. I skipped. I'm so sorry.
Let's start off with Red.
Jared Leto. I couldn't even hold it in. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, it came out of me like a fucking sneeze or like whatever. Sorry.
Which one did you say?
Crawlers. I just hands down. I think Crawlers is just so. I mean, the game juice. Like I know you guys said that before, and I know you guys laughed at it, but it actually is a legitimate game development term. But this game has so much fucking game juice to it. It's so incredibly satisfying with the sounds, watching the numbers go up and down, the gameplay. I love deck builder. I mean, deck builders have become, honestly, since we've been working on this podcast, just like have become one of my favorite genres, more so than they were before. And the way that they translated Survivors into Crawlers into a deck builder is so seamless and delicious. It's just so fucking good, dude. I don't know. I'm really into it.
Benny, what say you?
Man, God, this is a hard question. Oh, because even without, I have like 2 of the DLC packs for Vampire Survivors. I didn't get too deep into all the DLC stuff. Like I didn't get Castlevania, I didn't get Contra. But I mean, the base game was so good. I have it on mobile. I have it on PC. I have it on PS5. I bought it 3 times. Shameless. Totally shameless.
Dude. But it costs like $4, by the way, or something like this. Yeah.
It's free on iOS.
Damn.
Yeah. God, it's a tough call, and I hate to even pick a favorite child, but in this particular case,
Vampire's Choice.
You're right. With as much as I've always been a card game guy. I've always been a Magic the Gathering guy. I've always like some of my best memories are around cards and card games. And like I've been having so much fun with Slay the Spire. And then this came out. And it was like it was one of it was the quickest insta buy I've had in years. I've got to give it to Crawlers. It's that good. And the fact that they took all the things that were cool that we loved about Vampire Survivors, all the fun, flashy stuff in that game. And like it's been mentioned a couple times before, it translated so well, so easily into this. And the subtitle for this game, hang on, I think we need to mention this.
True, actually,
Vampire Crawlers, the turbo wild card from Vampire Survivors.
Yeah.
This is a fast
Yes.
paced card game.
Right.
I have never played a deck builder that is bam, 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 0, 1, 2, down back to 1, wild card 0, 1, 2, boom, boom,
Yep.
boom.
Dude, I'm sorry to
combo.
interrupt, but even
Too
so
good.
much to the point where there's a play all button to just play everything that's in your fucking hand.
But then you miss
sorry,
the
go
combos.
ahead.
If you
I
have
know,
no
but go
combos,
ahead.
right,
Yeah,
yeah,
I know,
yeah.
yeah. But yeah.
Full
Go
stop.
ahead. Yeah.
Nothing
Crawlers.
else to say.
Cool.
Buck,
Crawlers.
what say you?
So deck builders have been around for a lot longer in board games than they have in video games. Deck builders have only been around in video games for give or take a decade. I think 2013 was the first one. Deck builders in card games, not even considering like collectible card games where you physically build decks. I'm talking about board games built around you all start with the same 10 cards and then you play the game, beat enemies, earn currency, and then build a deck that you just used during it. I'm talking about games like Dominion, Ascension. We literally played one on board game night last week called Clank, which is a board game. There's a Resident Evil deck builder card game. And these
There's
are
a Marvel one too.
there's tons of them. And so that's been a genre forever
Right.
for that.
Yeah.
When it translates to the video game side,
Hero
games
Plus.
like Slay the Spire, you have to take it slow and you have to strategize the way you're fighting the enemies, right? And so Venny hit the nail on the head with the speed of the way that this game works. And once you start to understand your deck and go,
Right.
while Vampire Survivors is a lot of fun and it's a good time waster and it's flashy and has a lot of those pieces and parts, there's no actual like depth to making me think and as I progress through it. And so when comparing the two, it's got, I mean, Vampire Crawlers not only beats Vampire Survivors, but I think it beats, I mean, it's right up there with Slay the Spire 2 as far if Vampire
agree.
Crawlers had multiplayer,
Jesus.
dear
How do you
Lord,
do
I would
that?
make, because Slay the Spire 2's multiplayer is what makes it above and beyond like the most amazing video game deck builder that's come out in the last, since deck builders for video games. And so this hands down beats out Survivors, I think, just because not only because I'm a deck builder guy, but because if you're not a deck builder guy or gal, you can go nice and fast and still play the game.
That's the other thing that I think is good about both of these games. I'm sorry to like segue into it, but the pick up and play sort of like you don't have to necessarily be in depth in the mechanics like in either one of these games. You can kind of just play them very surface level if you wanted to, or you can play them more deeply, and I think that that's what makes them really cool.
It's true.
Yeah.
For me, these are my observations. Vampire Survivors requires you to keep your eyes on the screen for 30 minutes. Period.
Water. Yeah, they'll start watering after a while.
But your brain does not need to work
Right.
to play it.
Fucking empty.
Conversely,
Yeah.
Crawlers-
I fall asleep a lot.
allows you to stop, take a break, go take a shit, go eat a sandwich, whatever the
I got a
fuck you
Steam
want to
Deck.
do.
I take it with me to the. Oh, sorry.
That's true. I could probably take a shit while playing Vampire Survivors. So in that instance, you can take your time to do things. But when you are fighting monsters, you need to fucking be paying attention with your brain. Right? Because if you do like Raph says, and like you can just put the play all, Buck immediately goes, no, because then you'll miss the combos. Exactly. It's a game that you cannot just go like, whatever, I'll just play the card. No, you have to be like, okay, that's a 0 draw card. But then I do have this 0 power up, so I should play this 0 power up before the draw one because I could draw the card that gives me the extra mana. That's a 1 cost because then that would be a good combo because I do have my point is you got to be thinking. You got to be thinking a lot more than you do in Survivors.
Right. Yeah. Comparatively speaking. Yeah.
If I'm on a desert island and I only have one of these games to play, I'm going to go with Vampire Survivors.
Interesting.
Because one, multiplayer. It's
Okay.
like Buck said, if they add multiplayer to crawlers, this is a different conversation we're having, okay?
Yeah.
But
That's
if
fair.
I can get my fiance to play a fucking video game, guys, that's a win for me because now it's not me playing video games and hogging the TV. We're playing video games. And then secondly, my note here, brain go off, watch numbers go up, ping, 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 ping.
Yes.
Me like that. Me like no worky brain.
funny.
And that's coming from a guy who also likes deck builders. But you know what?
Funny.
I'm going to dovetail off Venny's point, which is I like my deck builders to be slower. I like Slay the Spire because the runs will take hours. And you have
Sometimes.
so much time
True.
to think, and there's so much. Whereas in
that's
Vampire
fair.
Survivors, like the starting decks in Slay the Spire are maybe 10, 12 cards.
12 to 13 cards.
Something like this, right? And you draw 5 every turn, no matter who you're playing as, character-wise.
Pretty much.
In this game, you'll have a 5-card deck, and you'll draw 3 in a turn. And so it's just like, pop, 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 and then like your ending deck will be not that big. And I don't know, it's just not what I want out of a deck builder. It's not a bad game. Don't ever get it twisted. This game fucking rocks.
yeah,
But
no,
if
it
I had to
slaps.
pick between this and Vampire Survivors, I would pick Vampire Survivors.
I've had runs where I have like 50 something cards in my deck, and because I have so many
Holy fuck.
and because I have
It is
so
crazy,
many
yeah.
bracers running, I'll draw 11
all
cards.
of them.
You know,
And then I'll get orbs to draw more, and it's because
Wow.
you spend once you like learn those and get to the later parts of the game where it gets really hard, you will spend more time on the which card do I take for my deck screen than you will on the actual battles, because you earn the ability to get rerolls and just straight up take XP skips instead.
Couldn't agree
Yeah, for
more.
sure.
Yeah.
And that is the part where I'm like, I just can't quite. I can't quite. And I didn't get to play the 4-player co-op on Vampire Survivors, but that shit must be insanely
I can't even
unhinged.
picture it.
I can't imagine a computer not melting trying to run the number of things that are
If it
on
was a
screen.
Super
The two of us
Nintendo,
were
it would
playing
be
together,
slowing
and-
down.
Even then, I was like, "Fuck, my computer, like, I can bake bread."
I
on
was
this thing.
playing it, and we were at like the 28-minute mark with me and Letitia, and she was just like, "I can't even see my character anymore. I don't even know what's going on." And I was like, "You're doing great, baby. You're
that
doing
means you're
great."
doing it right. Yeah.
That's happened a few times.
Yeah, you're doing it right there. Yeah.
My final comment though before we move on, because we're about here on time, is kudos to Pongle, because, and gentlemen, let me know what you think about this, because I thought this was an interesting thought. I've never in my life seen a game remade, in big air quotes, in a different format so successfully.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It reminded me of all the conversations that we have about the NES and sequelitis. The idea that
Yeah,
when
like-
people were making
right.
sequel to games, they'd be like, it's got to be different, right? So
Right.
maybe we'll make Zelda sideways, and
Mario
it'll be
2,
like Metroid,
Zelda
and then it
2.
sucks. Or yes, Castlevania 2, or all these 2s where people are like, they don't know what the fuck. Like this Pongle and the Vampire Survivors, Vampire Crawlers is the perfect example of I'm changing the game, but it is going to be exactly the same, and
you
you're
think-
going to love it just as much.
Do you think one of them like had the idea to do this, one of the developers, and then like set up like a really quick alpha test, and they played it in the office and like, oh my god, Steve, you're a fucking genius. so much
fucking money.
So much fun.
We're gonna make so much money.
Fucking rich.
This game costs nothing to make because it's just the first game again, but people are gonna buy it like a bunch of bozos.
Hey, they gave me $1 discount for already owning Vampire Survivors.
Incredible.
I love it. I love them. Guys, did you have any other closing thoughts when it comes to comparing and contrasting these two wonderfully addictive, dangerously addictive, dare I say, games?
Oh shit. No, these slap. That's it. They're
Vampire
amazing.
Crawlers took
Yeah.
the music and elevated it to JoJo level, so obviously I'm a fan.
That's true.
Oh my god, we didn't even
Did-
talk about the music in the
Did you try the oh my god, what was the thing, the blast processing music on Vampire Survivors?
No.
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 There's an option in the new Vampire Survivors updates
you
where
say
there's a
blast
little mic that says
processing?
blast processing audio. And if you check it, it changes all the music and it's like much more. It sounds like a Japanese copy of Dracula X
sick.
versus R. You know what I mean? Yes,
Adds
dude.
the layers.
And it changes all the sound effects too, like the treasure chest instead of the bum bum bum
Yeah.
bum bum. It's like dun, 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 bum, 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 dun, dun, bum. It's just like, oh,
That's it.
fuck yeah, dude.
First time we got to that treasure chest music in Vampire Crawlers, Benny was like, "Isn't it awesome? Isn't it really addictive?" I'm like, "Dude, you just like it because this sounds just like a JoJo like intro, like a character just walked on.
does.
Joseph Joestar just walked on screen and they're playing."
I mean, yes, but no. but yes.
Wow. It's true. So good, man. Well, listen, if you haven't played either one of these games and you're listening to this, what the fuck are you doing? Go, they're
have
each
$10,
like
right?
$5.
Not playing a game.
You could
Go
buy
now.
Vampire Survivors for you and all of your friends for the same price it would cost you to buy a regular, less than it would cost to buy a regular video game. And then all four of you can spend 30 minutes just drinking beer while playing a video game at the same time, like with one hand, dude.
That's a great
I
fucking
gotta give it to
idea.
Survivors. It's so fucking amazing. All right, that is perfect time, gentlemen. We are going to take our break now and go finish off our episode with our What Else You Got on the Other Side. See you on the other side.
Vampire.
Good one, Bella.
All right, we are back, and it is time for our What Else You Got, the segment of our show where we can bring anything to the table. I'm going to go first. You know why I'm going to go first? Because it's my birthday. In real life, today is my birthday, and
Happy
I'll
birthday.
cry frequently
shit.
if I want to.
Come over and get your damn present since you
And
couldn't go with me to the comedy show.
I want to mention, I know, I got sick. One of the pieces of shit from my little kids from my work got me sick.
Mr.
Price of a teacher. Happy birthday, Mr. Dracula. So last year for my birthday, viewers, if you remember, my brother teamed up with my father to get me an amazing gift in the analog pocket.
What happened this year,
And
Mac?
this year, I went to my dad's house to go get gifts. And the first gift that I opened was a sweater. And I was like, I expecting this. This is what I get usually for Christmas. I mean, for birthday. You know, this is normal.
Yeah.
And then
What
the
happened
second
after that?
box that I opened,
Play date.
Oh,
bing
baby,
bong!
look at
I got a
that.
play date,
Oh,
bitch!
shit.
Oh,
Oh,
my
amazing.
fucking God. I've only opened the first couple of games and...
Did
this
you do
thing
the
fucking
all-at-one
rocks,
develop?
dude.
Did you do the all-at-one or did you do the...
No. I did
delivered?
the seasons. I'm doing, you know, over time. Buck already covered a lot of that shit. I just wanted to mention I got one, and I ordered the little magnetic cover case that from Playdate. So I'm gonna carry that shit in my fucking pocket, dude. This shit slaps. It's so fucking tiny. It rules, bro. Oh my god,
done.
I won't
What's
get
your
into
favorite
it.
game so
So
far?
you're totally gonna bring that over, like, right? Yeah.
And
you're
play.
gonna bring that over?
Yeah.
Okay,
I have
okay,
a little.
cool. All right.
I have a little headlamp I use when I got to do like chores around the house. Like
you need. I'll get you one of these. They're $5 on Amazon. It's a book light. It will clip under the magnetic cover and it will point down onto the Playdate
my
screen
God,
like Game
that's
Boy
brilliant.
Advance style. It's like $5.
I have like one of those headlamps you take camping. I just
Those
put
work.
that shit on it at night because it's got no backlit screen.
That's perfect. What's your favorite game so far?
The surfing, whitewater.
Oh God, that's like the
what's it
worst
called?
game on the console. All right, you
It's
got nowhere
so
to go but
fun,
up,
dude. It's C&C surf design, but like on a totally analog level where you're using the crank to get this guy to whip and like do 360 jumps in the air. It's so fun.
Yeah,
I've
but
only
Mac,
played
that's
3
because
games.
you haven't
yeah.
unlocked Executive Golf DX yet.
Oh shit. It's amazing. But I did play a video game this week, just very briefly. I did also see a movie. I played TerraTech Legion. Google it, gentlemen. Released April 30th, 2026. Developed by Payload Studios and published by Mythright. This is Vampire Survivors meets the Gummy Ship minigame from Kingdom Hearts meets RC Cars.
Whoa. It makes me think of like, what was that Xbox 360 game? Chrome Hounds.
Okay.
Oh, the mech game.
The mech building.
little
It
bit
was
like
different
Chrome Hounds,
perspective,
yeah.
but
So it's a
Blastcore
top-
survivors.
It's a top down. Yeah. Yes, that's true. It's a top down, just like Vampire Survivors. You play as cars though, and there's different characters that have different cars. And
Yeah, this is pretty neat, dude.
Yeah,
it is, dude. You guys might
Wow.
like it. There's a free demo on Steam.
This is rad.
Each car starts with an ability and a starting array of weapons. You drive the car.
To a ball.
You drive the car using tank controls, so it's kind of like RC car adjacent in that way. Like your right stick is gas, and then left stick is left and right. The car's left and right, not your left and right. And then as you level up, kind of like in Vampire Survivors, kill guys, get experience. A thing drops down on the ground from the sky. You drive over it, and you get the whatever's inside. And the shit that it's inside will be extra guns, a snowplow that goes in front of your car, a booster thing, a yada yada, blah 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 blah. But the catch is that you have to physically put them on your car. So, for example,
What?
That's why it made me think of Chrome Hounds.
I had this car. That's why it made me think of the gummy ship.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I start with this car that has the power where when it rams people, it stuns them. So the first couple things, you get like an option. Pick one of these 3 things. And I get a snowplow. And I put it in the dead center of my car. But it doesn't quite fill out the edges. So at the next level, another snowplow came up. And I said, fuck it. I got a second one and put them boom, boom, side by side. So now my car has this massive snowplow in the front of it. Then I get a couple things. Like one of them increases the amount of time I can boost. And one of them is a gun that shoots in 360 degrees. And at this point, my character only has a gun that shoots forward. And so I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to put that gun that shoots 360 degrees. So I put the tank of fuel on top of my car because I'm like, I don't want it to be in the way. And then I put the 360 gun next to it. And then it lets me know, just so you know, with that tank in the way, that 360 gun won't be able to fire in this entire slice of pie, basically. So I was like, oh shit, okay. So I take the fuel tank off there, and then I use these like extra blocks that they'll give you that are just like mounting blocks that you'll pick up every once in a while to make like a little chassis on the back of my car, and then I mount the turbo thing sideways on it.
Wild.
And so now my car has the 360 gun like in the center, but then the front-facing gun in the front and the giant snowplow. It's fucking cool, man.
Awesome.
I don't know. Just as far as car combat, rogue-like,
I love it.
random RNG based, it's fun, dude.
If I played this in front of my older son, he would lose his little 7-year-old mind.
It's cool, man. It's cool. I would recommend it. It's like I said, there's a demo on Steam.
Wow.
And it is on Game Pass.
Well, I just found them on X to try and invite them to the interview, bro.
Dude, that would be tight. Terra Tech Legion. Go and check it out. Buck, what else have you got for us this week?
I am about halfway through I'm listening to it, but a book I've been meaning to read for years. And that is Alex Aniel's Itchy Tasty, the unofficial Resident Evil history.
How is that?
I'm about
Itchy
halfway
tasty.
through it.
I got it.
Yeah, I know. I have learned some absolute. I mean, he has just gotten to like the GameCube era of stuff, and I have learned so many cool things about the Resident Evil franchise and development, everything else, like the decisions that they made. And like most specifically, I just got done listening to the whole part about Resident Evil 1.5 and how that was like almost done. And then they canceled it because they were like, it's not good. We can't release this. This can't be the follow-up to Resident Evil 1. And one of the main problem was the guy that they chose as the scenario writer just didn't do a good job at writing the story for it. The dude that they ended up choosing to do Resident Evil 2 scenario was the same guy who wrote Zoo Ranger and Kamen Rider in Japan. Zoo Ranger,
Cool.
our Morty from Power Rangers, but the
Hey,
Japanese
holy shit.
version, which if you don't know, with the whole real Green Ranger and them over there, is
So
also
hard to
absolutely
explain.
amazing.
Yeah.
But the point is, though, the guy was an amazing writer and older than all of them, and they were like honored when he said yes, and then he crushed it. And he helped with some of the later ones also, but he helped with like, I think Code Veronica also, but he hadn't played any of the other games in between. So he had to go back and play them really quick so he could catch up on the things he didn't write. Like
Whoa.
he took it seriously.
Have you seen the trailer for the Zach
Dude,
Cregger Resident Evil?
That was the second part of my What Else You Got. And you wouldn't believe this, fellas. I don't know if you guys have seen the trailer, but let me tell you my story of the experience for the trailer. I plop down on the toilet and I see that the new Resident Evil trailers come out. I'm like, awesome, let me watch this. I hit the button for YouTube, and Milja Jovovich is driving a fucking car and doing some action-y shit on my screen. And I'm like, no, Zachary, no. It wasn't yet the trailer. It was an ad for some new movie that Milla Jovovich is in.
So
that was very
oh my God.
inadvertently trolled me so hard.
You bitch, Milla Jovovich.
I
Why
think,
would you do this to me?
Dude, I like water shot out my nose when he told me this
It
story.
was-
That's really funny.
But
oh God, no, Zach.
I did see the trailer, and if you guys didn't, I also watched his reaction video where he explained a lot, and I watched some Bakbasoup do it too, where he called out things like, "There's a green herb there." He put it there as a call out thing, and sure enough, Zach Greger pointed that out. He has pointed out this though, that it's not a zombie movie; it's more of a bioweapon movie, which I'm down with. Does take place during the events of Resident Evil 2, and it's about a guy who starts on like the outskirts of the city, like in the country, and eventually has to make his way into the epicenter of the city, if you haven't seen that yet. And Zach Greger did point out, because Bakbasoup pointed out at the very beginning, when the main character is running to the farmhouse, he is carrying a med pack that looks just like Rebecca Chambers' med pack. And when he gets into the city, he still had it. And Zach Greger pointed out, that is very integral to the storyline, but I won't spoil it for you. So there's something going on with this character's, job, mission, whatever he's doing with that as well too, which is pretty wild. But there are some crazy ass bioweapon. If you didn't see the thing with multiple legs and arms that comes out of the doorway, and if you didn't see, as the internet's now calling him, Mr. XL, the big fat guy in the,
basement or whatever.
in the sewers. when
Go
he goes
check it
down.
out. I'll probably put the
It's-
footage here. Or whatever,
It'll get our video flagged for YouTube. Don't do
for violence. Yeah.
or something stupid. Yeah, but go check it out. It's pretty cool, and it
Hell
comes out
yeah.
later this year, so I'm excited about it. It doesn't have to be all zombies and all Jill, all the Redfield family and stuff for it to be a good movie. He's an amazing director,
Exactly.
and I hope so.
I have faith.
Raph, what else have you got for us this week, sir?
Something a little different. Okay, so in the year 2026, did you think that people would still be buying cassettes? No, yeah.
Dude, I got into
Unfortunately,
vinyl.
I know all too well about the hipsters that still buy cassettes.
I
Well,
got into
you're looking
vinyl
at one
last
right
year.
here because I bought a cassette. I was like, I had been talking about it for a while. I
Yeah,
was
Buck,
like,
you're
you know,
late.
it's-
They passed vinyls. It's cassettes now.
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
cassettes
And then back
now,
to
yeah.
VHS.
Right. Yes, exactly. I don't know. I was really excited about this one. So I follow this label on Bandcamp and a bunch of other socials called Heimat der Katastrophe. Which I believe is a German name, but I believe they're actually an Italian label. I don't know, whatever. It's an indie DIY label that specializes in dungeon synth and something called ambient punk, which I've never heard of in my life. But I ended up buying this cassette by an artist called Shadowkeep. That's visible
Into the
right
mic.
now.
Into the mic. Into the mic.
Right, they're called Shadowkeep. I believe this cassette is actually called Secret of the Forgotten Temple. But it's yeah, I know, it's gnarly. Like, look at the artwork on this thing. It's really cool. But this thing is a cassette with some synthesizer music designed to sound kind of like something you would listen to in like an old fantasy movie or something
Dude, that's a thing. I'm going
Fuck
to
yeah.
see. I'm going to see Magic Sword and Dance with the Dead next week here in town, and Magic Sword is straight up. Magic Sword is on the official D&D Spell Jams album, which they released along with the Spelljammer class.
That's
Dude,
a badass.
it's really
looking
cool. It's got, I
cassette.
mean, the cassette looks sick, but then the artwork inside, man, it's got like this little booklet that accompanies it, and it's got like a little like RPG. It's like a solo tabletop RPG that you can play through, and it's meant to accompany the music on the cassette. Yeah. And when I bought it, I also got the digital version of the album, as part of it. So I have it on Bandcamp digitally, so I can listen to it in my car if I want to, or listen to it wherever. I don't have a
Because you
cassette
don't have
player
a
yet.
cassette player.
I don't have one yet.
Whose fucking car does? Yeah.
Not yet, but I plan on buying a home one. Yeah, exactly. There are many modern ones. There's some older ones you can probably find at estate sales, garage sales, whatnot. Either way, yeah, this is really cool. I kind of have looked into buying other ones because it's like a whole genre, and now I'm kind of obsessed.
You know what's funny, Mac? CDs are already making the loop as well too. They're starting to sell new modern CD players again too, and it's really just because people have realized how much compression there is in video and audio on the internet. So they're buying DVDs and VHSs. They're seeing DVDs, especially not in Blu-ray, but DVDs have better quality than what you watch on Netflix.
Yep.
But yeah, that's what I got. That's what I got.
Very
awesome, dude.
cool. Venny, what have you got for us today, sir?
Bravo on that cassette, Raph.
Very cool.
other than playing some vampire crawlers, just a couple like follow-up things, nothing particularly new. Well, I got one little new thing, but I have officially hit 4-star in Hunt Showdown, so my games are
I thought you were 5 the other day when you were dragging us up.
Oh, no, 4.
Oh gosh, so scary. That's the MMR system of Hunt, and it makes other really good hunters show up in your game.
Been leveling up my Hunt Showdown game lately and playing vampire crawlers and Smash It Wild. And Uma Musume Pretty Derby is having a Golden Week festival, just saying. And I picked up a 70%. I've been wanting to get a copy of this.
Huh?
Got 70% off a physical copy of Persona 3 Reload.
Baby.
Very cool.
For the PS5.
Damn.
It's the one with all the visuals and audio are completely remade from the ground up. Rumor is they're going to do the same thing for Persona 4 and Persona 4 Golden here in the next year or two. But this one's been on my radar obviously for a long time. But it's so funny. It came out like right before Metaphor Refantasio came out, and I was like, I only
No
have
chance, right?
I only have room for one like full length Atlas RPG right now. So here we are a year and a half later, and I'm getting around and playing Persona 3 Reload. So pretty excited because I never because the original Persona 3 was on PSP, I believe.
Right. That's right.
They made Reload on the PS2 also. I own a copy.
They? Okay.
Oh.
Well, I never played it on either. And Persona 5 was actually my first Persona game. And then I realized I loved it so much. And then I started going back. So this one was high up on my radar because I saw Buck playing it on his PSP at his house for a few minutes one time.
Oh, wow. That was a while ago, too. I had that TV out thing going on.
Yeah, it was a while
Persona
ago.
1 was my first my first Persona game I had on the PlayStation.
What's funny is I rented Persona 1 once and I just didn't get it.
It was a dungeon crawler.
Yeah,
right.
Yes, it was very, very much. But yeah, that's my what else you got. Persona 3 Reload got a super discounted physical copy, and it was the launch edition, so it came with like all the extra codes.
Oh,
and
the
stuff
background
like that
music
too,
and shit.
so,
Good music.
Yeah,
That's the one where the kids
So,
shoot themselves in the head to
Yeah.
summon the persona, right?
Yes.
Spirit gun. It's a spirit gun.
All right.
So it's
Persona,
not
I didn't say with what. I just
Yeah,
said they
right,
shoot
yeah.
themselves in the head, right?
It's got
not
one of
a
the
real gun, dear viewer.
one of the coolest songs that I've heard in some of the Persona songs. Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very cool. Awesome. That is perfect timing because we have reached the end of our show. That's right. It's another end of an episode, dear viewer, listener. Thank you so much for getting all the way here. If you have, please make sure to like and subscribe. If you have not already, maybe tell your friends. Don't forget to go check out the Super Interview Brothers on YouTube and Spotify as well. I can't reiterate enough. If you go to patreon.com/the GTP and become a $5 a month subscriber, you get access to those really kick-ass interviews because Buck's doing a lot of work to cook up a bunch of the games
We're
are getting
crushing
better
it,
and
dude.
better. Yeah, we're just like, oh shit, we're gonna like
That guy said yes. That guy said yes.
We might talk to the savage, screaming savage blood death guy.
Oh, no, there's no might. I think we have him scheduled for Friday.
So you can get those episodes via an RSS feed 1 week earlier on Spotify, and they have all been so fun to do. So go to our linktree /the GTP, where you can find said Patreon and our merch store. But I digress. We want to thank Crunkwitch for the use of our theme song, Clash of the Droids. You can find their music on Apple, Spotify, music.com, anywhere you can find music on the internet. And of course, last but not least, we need to thank RetroGameTreasure.com. David Jaffe's favorite subscription video game console. That's right. Go check out our shorts where we watch him open things that Buck packed and he goes, oh my God, how did you know? Owned and operated by the Mega Buck himself, Retro Game Treasure is a subscription service that helps you collect retro video games. How? Very easily. You become a subscriber. Then you tell Buck, all right, listen, these are the consoles that I collect for. I own a PS2, I own a Super Nintendo, and I own a Dreamcast. And then you tell Buck what kinds of games you like. I like first-person shooters. I like puzzle games. I like RPGs. I like fighting games. I like what? He's got like so many on there. And then at the end of the month, Buck uses a computer to basically create a bundle of video games. You don't pick. but he uses his vast gamer knowledge and a very large program that has taken every single video game in existence and broken it down into building blocks that he then takes this information that you've given him and says, according to what you have just told me about the games that you like and the game systems that you collect for, these games are ready to play and add to your collection. Here you go. And they are games that you don't have because he keeps track of that. And don't worry, all the games are guaranteed to work refurbished out of the box. He's got a disc resurfacer. He's got a little cave where he makes his family clean cartridges, and they're all squeaky clean. God, you know what? I bought a game from a local game store today and made the mistake of not cleaning it before I put it in my fucking before I put it, and it gave me the warning. You just put a dirty thing in me, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot.
Got all the dirt in your analog pocket.
Dude, don't let it happen to you. Instead,
it's a dirty disc, man.
You gotta collect retro games the smart and easy way by going to www.retrogametreasure.com. But until next week, that is all we have for you, dear listener or viewer. My name is Max Stein, and I love the Game Treasure Podcast. It's so bad.
It's so bad.